He is, guys, 46 pounds. That is a heck of a fish. Look at the mouth on that thing. 46 pounder. Get him back alive. All right, guys, out on the water right at sunrise. We're gonna do a little bait test today. We're gonna try chicken, which will be on the orange Catfish Pro rods, against fresh white perch, which is gonna be on the pink Catfish Pro rods. Just remember, pink for perch. So let's get them cut up and get them in the water. A good fresh perch. Joint, got him. I like to get the scales off, just helps prevent those pesky things from getting in the way. All right, there's a head section. There's one bait. Cut the tail off, I don't use it. Pink is perch, remember that, pink is perch. Got them all on C&T rigs. Got a good perch head there, be a good bait. We'll put this one out straight behind the boat. We got some old chicken breast. As I've told y'all before, use chicken breast doesn't have to be huge chunks of bait. Matter of fact, I think the hookup catch rate are better on smaller pieces. Get it back there. Guys, we're either hanging or we got a fish on the outside planer board. That is feeling like a fish, and that is on a piece of cut bait. Get it to this side of that planer. There we go. There we go. Yeah, pink is perch. Remember that, guys, pink is perch, and that's what we're on here. Beautiful morning. We are fishing late summer. Water temperatures are mid-80s. We are past the peak of the hot weather. We are into, oh, I did get the other planer board. This is gonna be a mess. We are into the mid-80s. Our temperatures peaked out around 87, 88 degrees. It's gonna be a mess here. Let's see if we liftable fish or nettable fish. Ooh, might be nettable. Yeah. Net that big boy. We got him into some other stuff, kind of making it a pain in the butt. So we will net him. We good fish, good fish, good fish. Get in the net. There we go. Heck yeah, my little bait feeder. Flip that baby. Boom, put some line off. We got him in the net, guys. That's a one in the teens. Interestingly, on the smallest piece of bait we got out there. Come here, sucker. Simmer. Be smart and use my fish grippers today, because I tore my hands up last time doing this. Stop. Get your shake out. Pee out too. It is. Nice fish. Low teens. 13 pounds. We'll take them. I'll show you the bait here in a second. Get this one back alive. Doink. Look at that, guys. The smallest piece of bait that I had out there. Smallest one. Go figure. All right, guys, there's the first fish in the boat on perch. A small piece of perch at that. I've pulled, I don't know, I've probably been pulling here about 35, 40 minutes, and that's the first bite we've had. Didn't really slam the rod up. As a matter of fact, I kind of looked back and noticed a little twitch in the rod and a little bit of movement, and poof, there was a fish. But yeah, we're in late summer here fishing. Good time, consistent time. Our water levels are back consistent after Tropical Storm Debbie came through and drove up the river basin, and it's starting to clear up. It's a little bit stained in some of the upper parts, but the levels are back to normal levels. So the fishing should continue to be pretty good here. You know, different parts of the country got different circumstances and stuff going on depending on how much rain you got, but this can typically be a good time of the year to catch some catfish. I like covering water. You know, this part of the reason I'm trying out the chicken and a perch. I'm dragging through some areas where there's some perch schools. That may be why we caught that fish. I don't really know. There's some perch schools in here, but also the chicken, there's a lot of fish out feeding on these flats, feeding on mussels. So we're gonna keep pulling through here and see what other clues we can get as to where these fish are at and what they're feeding on. All right, guys, looks like a small bite on a chicken bait straight out the back. Again, a very subtle bite. Nothing crazy overwhelming there. I just don't think we're on fire, but I don't know, 2 fish in an hour drifting. It's not bad. This is not a big fish at all. This may be a channel cat. This is a channel cat. Catching some fish, summertime fishing. First channel cat I've actually had in a while. I've been out here on some guy trips and stuff, and we haven't had many of these. We kind of got into a good little flurry of blues, which is actually what I'm looking for. We're gonna have to deal with that one for now, but Get him back. All right, there's number 2 in the boat. Our friend, the channel cat. That one on the chicken. We're 1 apiece now. Biggest fish, obviously, on that perch, but a small piece of perch. So I did not look at the moon phase to see where we're at. Generally, I don't care. I knew I was coming fishing today. It wasn't going to make a hill of beans difference, but I do kind of try to loosely keep up with that to see what's going on with the bite. I say all that to say I did notice a lot of action on top of the water out here at sunrise this morning when I was heading out, and usually if I see a good bit of action on top of the water, it generally will excite me a little bit because the bite is usually a little bit better. Fish are doing stuff's happening. Shad are high in the water column. You know, you see some fish popping on them. Fish are feeding. Didn't see a whole lot of that this morning. So the reason I bring up the moon phase is maybe it's a later in the day bite. Things are not exactly on fire blowing up this morning. It could be a later in the day bite. These fish could be up on the bank right now. Who knows? I'm out here drifting, trolling, and dragging. You guys that are fishing on the bank, a little different scenario. You need to be there when those fish are, well, close to where you're fishing at. Just because you're on the bank doesn't mean you're fishing in shallow water. You can be on the bank and be fishing in some deep water. You need to have fish near where you're at. So we're gonna cover water to see if we can find the fish and where they're at. So it's a good day to fish. Mild temperatures, like I said, late summer, and it's a good time to be out. We'll see if we can find the magic code to figure out where the bigger fish are. Dude, that one is smoking. That's a good fish. That is a good fish. The inside planer was moving a minute ago, and I was watching it, and I said, I don't know if he's gonna take it. I looked down for a minute, and poof, this thing was running across the top of the water. Perch bait, guys, perch bait. Perch making a comeback here. This is a better fish, definitely the better fish on the perch. I don't have my perch rods out, but I'm marking perch on the sonar screen. And I think that's where probably this is the better bait to have right here. Let's see if we can work this boy to this side of the boat. 20-pound Andy monster monofilament. He's wanting to go that way though. Let's work it this way. Get this over to here. He will go where we direct him to. Boom. Come on, big boy. Let's see where you're at. I see color. Another good fish, another good fish. Oh. Got him. Love the bait feeder for this right here. Heck yeah. Little bait feeder allows you to flip that switch, pull off some line. It doesn't go streaking off of there. Let's get a look at this baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's in the 20s. There's the bait. A little bit bigger chunk of perch, but not big by any means. Yes, sir. Good looking fish. He'll make the cut. Good looking blue key. Got some belly action going on. We love that, don't we? Heck yeah. On perch, guys. On perch fish. Happy to be here. Yeah, we're gonna get you back. Let you go tell everybody how nice we are. All right, folks, there's another one on perch. Biggest fish of the day so far. That one there, low 20s, good looking fish. That one slammed it. That planer board went scooting across the water, and good fish. Again, not hitting the big bait. I got the big perch head out there at the back. Nothing's touched it so far, so we'll see what happens. But the one nice thing about using perch is you don't have to check your bait constantly. It doesn't usually come off easily. With the chicken, you got to keep an eye on it. As a matter of fact, after I released that fish, I went back and checked my chicken baits. They were on there, but depending on where you're fishing, how much small fish action you got, they'll peck that bait off of there. It's one thing about dragging with chicken. So perch, it's on there pretty good. It's got a good tough skin on it, so that helps. So we got 3 in the boat, 2 good ones. It's not a bad day of fishing. All right, guys, reeling in to make a move, and I think I hooked into a fish. I did. Perch side, perch side. We come a long way since the last fish. I made kind of a turn out over some shallow stuff, came into the river channel, and nothing. Wasn't really marking a lot either. That was the thing that made me decide I probably need to move. And then poof, this started going. Not sure how big he is. It'll happen, the old reel-in bite. It's like they see the bait leaving and go, man, I better get over there and eat something. Starting a little boat traffic. Not much yet. Again, we are kind of on the back side of summer, so boat traffic is not as, oh, he's way little. I thought he was bigger than that. That gum. Little bitty blue cat. I thought he was gonna be a little bigger there. Oh well, yep, that was on a small piece of bait too. We'll take them any way we can get them. Good eater if I was eating them. Alive. There's the proof. All right, guys, that is 4 fish, 2 good ones and a couple of small ones. Perch is commanding lead. Perch is up like 3-1, so not a lot hitting on the chicken. Had a bite on the chicken, fish pulled off, but that one is the only one we put in the boat. I'm gonna make a move, try some different water. There was a big gap there in the bite for some reason. Not sure what's going on there. It's just not a patternable bite. We picked off some fish, I ain't complaining, but it's not really anything I could go back and go, man, I need to be here, I need to be there. Not marking a lot out here in the deeper water. This deeper water thing was working a couple of weeks ago, but man, I'm just not seeing the fish out here in the deeper water. So maybe they're shallower. We're gonna make a run, try something totally different. I always say when you make a move, move big, don't move small. So we're gonna give it a shot, see if we can get one more. Guys, that's a big fish bite. I'm dragging in a place I don't normally drag, and that's mainly because there's a lot of brush and stuff. I'm actually coming underneath the bridge. There's a lot of brush in here. A lot of the crappie fishermen put stuff out, and if I don't lose a rig, I'll be shocked. But right before I got to it, I'm hooked up. Let me get these two. Kind of just got set up in here trying this. This one went over before I got to the mess. We'll see if I make it. We'll see if I make it. The shade is nice right here. The shade is wonderful. This one is on chicken. This one is on chicken. I about lost count. I know that the perch is winning. Just one of those days where it's working out that way, but this is a good fish. And this is a chicken fish. Some stuff up on top of the water here. I see it splashing. Some bait fish coming to the top. Nice fish. See what we got. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Good old chicken fish. As y'all know, I'm not a fan of netting fish at the back of the boat near the motor, but I'm gonna do it anyway because that's the direction he's coming, and I got him in a net. Get him in the boat. That's another fish in the teens right there, guys. We will take that all day long. Man, those fish are blowing up on top of the water over there. Look at those white perch going nuts. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. They're going crazy over there. Schoolies, nice fish in the teens. Pooping out a bunch of nasty. They've been eating mussels. That's probably why he hit that chicken. We'll take it. Take it any way we can get it. Get him back alive. Yeah, guys, put another good fish in the boat. That one low teen's about 13 pounds. I was wondering if I was going to get hung up coming under that bridge. There's a lot of stuff there. I don't usually fish here. But I said, you know what? I'm going to fish something I hadn't fished. And I said, what better place than a place that you're likely to get snagged up? And poof, I hooked into a fish, so I'll take it. On chicken, that one was a chicken one, and I understand why. He got in the boat and started pooping that old muscly, smelling, soupy stuff out. So that's probably what he's been eating on. I'm gonna pull this a little bit further here just to see what's in here, and I'm gonna take a moment and reset, probably on the other side, and mess around a little bit there. But you know, it's getting on up in the day here, getting up in the morning, and it's been a decent bite. It's you know, not explosive, not a ton of fish, but man, to have the size fish we've had, I mean, what else could you ask for? You know, that's a good day of fishing, but who knows, maybe we can get one more. Guys, I'm not sure if we got a hanger or a fish. The boat's still moving. I think it's a fish. I think it's a fish that swam toward deeper water. We're kind of straddling the channel through here, and that one may be going to some deeper water. Guess what? It's on perch. It's on perch, fresh perch. I cut up another one after I made this move over here. Oh, that's gonna be in a whole bunch of stuff to get to that side of the boat on this one. Under some rods here. There we go. Boom. Now we're set. There's a fish. That's probably a good fish. That is probably a good fish. Unless he's in a bunch of boards across here. That's a good fish. Let's get the net ready for this. Like I said, he could be in a pile of planer boards and I'm dragging a bunch of stuff. But I'm not sure yet. Boat speed slowed down. Heavy. Heavy. Yeah. Feeling that head shake. Feeling that head shake. Oh, yeah. Come on, big boy. Stay hooked up. This was on a very small piece of bait, by the way. I can't tell if I am... This fish is just really big. I don't know. We got some boards going all different directions. We're getting ready to find out. He's heavy. Good test for this reel and this rod. Straight up and down. Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. If you had any questions about this rod or reel or this 20-pound line, here's your test. Boy, he is heavy. Ain't got a lot of drag on it. No need to horse him. Ooh, I felt it slip on him. That's what worries me. I don't know if that was coming around him or slipping in his mouth. But that is where the drag will save you. Ooh, he's near the top. I see him on sonar. Oh, come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. There he is. Giant flathead. In the net. Big old flathead. Yeah, we got a mess of boards behind us. I'm gonna try to keep the boat straight for now. Let's get a picture of this gorgeous fish. Oh yeah, that's a big one. That's a giant. Just for the record, giant fish on a little bitty piece of bait. I was cutting these fillets up and I remember thinking to myself, the biggest fish I've ever caught on Santee Cooper, 70 some pounds, was on a piece of bait that big. All right, guys. Oh, that's a pig. There it is, guys. 46 pounds. Nice flathead. Let me get him over here in some good light. 46 pounds. Heck yeah. Look at that. That is a heck of a fish. Look at the mouth on that thing. Gorgeous fish. Heck yeah. Let's get him back alive. Man, guys, that's a heck of a fish. 46 pounds. I hadn't caught a big flathead here in a while. We've had some smaller ones, but that's the first big one I've had in a pretty good bit. And that was a good one. Amazing. The bait it came on. A smaller piece of a perch fillet. It was on the perch. That's how many fish we up to now? That'll be, I don't know if I clicked that one or not. It's 5 or 6, but the majority have come on perch. It could be where we're fishing. It could be just what's going on with the bite. Who knows what it is, but it's working. That's a heck of a fish. Came kind of on a little drop there. Nothing really super specific, nothing structure wise, but a great flathead, middle of the day. And it was on cut bait. You ain't got to catch them on live bait. You hear that all the time. I think in reservoirs, catching them on cut bait is a lot more likely. So, like I was saying, the biggest fish I've ever caught, 71, 72 pound blue down on Santee Cooper, came on a piece of cut bait about that size when I had out a bunch of other big baits. So it's not always the bait size. Sometimes it's just the timing, the fish, and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, we ain't had nothing hit one of these perch heads in a while. We ain't had nothing hit one all day. I did put out fresh bait on this stop. Cut up a fresh perch. There's a brand new perch head out there, brand new fillets. Who knows? It's whatever works, man. I'm just happy to stick some, happy to get in them. I'm blessed to be able to be out here and be doing this.